screen of what's happening. You are relaxed in your face, in your body, couple of natural breaths, and then breathing in through the nose. A little pause, and then forceful expulsions through the nose with a little compression on that belly. Long inhale, exhale. And then trying a second round, up to 3 or even up to 5 rounds, approximately 10 pumps would be good. And give yourself enough time to absorb your Kapalabhati Pranayama. It's a great cleanser, as I've already said, but it's also a stimulator to your system. It is about ridding yourself of more CO2 and creating a better balance of the oxygen and the CO2 gaseous exchange during good, healthy, optimum respiration. I'm going to try one more round here. Imagine that I'm seated. Full inhale, swelling, take a pause, and then the pumping. No straining. Inhale, exhale. And as you inhale, exhale, and I'm assuming now everyone's finished their practice, so you're coming to bring that practice to a close, just take a few more breaths and notice how free the nostrils feel. Do they feel free? Do you feel a little bit different in the cleansing of the air passages? What has been the effect of that practice so far? Yeah, so remember with a designated pranayama technique, you do want to give yourself a little bit of time to practice the technique, especially something like that, which is different to normal breathing, and you also want time to absorb. Okay, we are coming up to standing, and as I've already said, if you want a belt today, do have your belt nearby. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so let's be in mountain Tadasana, of course. And again, connect to your breathing and also connect to the feet, spread out the toes, be clear about your whole presence of yourself being here today, and rotate your palms out and think about how that turning of the palms out is generously coming from your shoulder joints. So I'm going to bring the arms just a little wider, and you and I will connect to the breath, which is flowing, and also connect to this movement of expansion and contraction. So there's a flowing open on the in-breath as the arms rotate and the palms and the thumbs spread away and the arms turn back. And if you want to combine that with a little bit of cat-cow movement in your spine, then please do. So this can begin as an isolation into those shoulders. So there's an expansion and space, breathing in, and a contraction and a little internal movement of the shoulders as you breathe out. And you can start to even swim the arms, and this can become a little bit more lively. And as I said, you can also be in that space where you begin to bend the knees, arc on the in-breath, and exhale, diving and rounding on the exhale. And Joe, this is really good for freeing up the upper back. And Sandra, when you've had that heavy day at the desk, you've had a lot of laptop work, writing, reading reports, whatever, you know, and just maybe even close your eyes if you're feeling a little bit of eye strain. This is lovely. So these swimming arms rolling in and out, and you'll really start to feel them stimulated. Let's come back to mountain and reach the arms overhead. Take a little interlace or a strong interlace. Rotate the knuckles and the hands away, open out the palms completely, and land them on top of the crown. And widen the armpits and bring your elbows back a little bit. If you bring them too far back, you might notice a pinching feeling, which is unpleasant. So just being in a place where that is enough. And then on the in-breath, lengthen up, press the palms towards the sky, and pause. And on the out-breath, exhaling and release the arms down, and they'll lightly touch the crown. And maybe do that once or twice more. And again, if you need or wish, or it helps you, close your eyes. Extending your awareness of your breath, so important in yoga if you are going to self-study and self-center and be aware of your inner thoughts and the environment of your practice. So this slow lengthening of the breath, helping to create a shift in energy. Exhaling, palms coming down, landing on the top of the crown, staying here. And then moving into this variation of Triaka Tadasana. So swaying palm tree, moving left and right, opening up the sides. So we're beginning the practice today with just creating attention, creating awareness, creating connections into the spinal column, and making sure that the body feels, especially in the back body, that you feel comfortable, ready to start flowing. And then when you next come to center, turn the palms the other way, like a little hat on top of the head. Slide the palms behind the base of that skull, nestle in there really well. And your elbows might want to come in just for a little moment of relaxing position. Make sure that your eyes are to the horizon, you have good connection to your feet. Lengthen as you breathe in, lift the chest. And as you lift the chest, start to let that energy flow into the throat, up towards the part where the wall meets the ceiling as you open in the chest. And then maybe widen out the elbows depending on your practice, soften the knees. And lift the heart to the sky. Be able to breathe, and then gently bring everything back to neutral and maybe soften those elbows, or you can even let the arms come down if you need a little rest. So let's try that again. We are wide or moderately wide of this position. I call this coat hanger arms because it does just look like we could hang some clothes on ourselves, doesn't it? Make sure the knees are buoyant and they're not locked out legs. Little bit of attention to the energy maybe in the gluteals, not tight buttocks, not a grip, just a sense of support, strong feet. Breath expands you and opens your chest, heart, and you begin to open the elbows possibly a little more to examine how that is your body responding. And then leaning back a little more, coming into back bend to your ability. The back of the skull is really supported, the whole weight of the head. Avoid holding the breath as you come back to center. And then we'll round in, so almost like making a little hood, head sandwich. Again, a long breath in as you find the expansion and swell. And then as you exhale, belly in, breastbone in, start to fold. Go halfway if you wish. But remember, you can fold all the way down to your mat or to the earth as is your ability. Coming into your forward fold, knees are soft, draping, lengthening, wiggling, easing out the body over the legs, and then let the arms drape to earth. Maybe shake out the head and neck. Deep exhale through the mouth and scoop belly. Sliding back up. Just getting into a rolling up of that spine, looking into your heart. And once you come back to standing, just easing out the shoulders, really generously rolling them back. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way actually for now. Just going to move my folded blanket. So we're going to start now with a kind of sun salutation flow, but with a focus on some centering and, if you like, some strength connection. So please join me at the top of the practice. Let's spread the palms, bring the palms into your heart center. Inhale and extend the arms overhead, palms touch. And as you exhale, table back. So folding forward, maybe the legs remain firm and you extend your heart away. So hands might rest on your creases of the hips, the thighs, maybe the shins. And as you tip your body weight forward, remember you can have your yoga block here. You may even find that your fingernails come to the mat beside the toenails and you can lengthen forward from there. But bending the knees is always another option, of course. The priority here is finding that lovely extended tabletop back. So shoulder blades draw away. And then press the palms, maybe bend your knees, reach back strongly into Kumbhakasana, the yoga plank, and sustain the position with good, healthy breathing for a whole breath cycle, or possibly 2 or 3. And again, that's depending on the pace of your breath this morning, but we're trying to be really mindful and not let that breath rush away with you. You want to draw the abdominal wall up to support the entire length of your spine and really feel that tailbone lengthening in the direction of the heels. Good long neck. Lowering the body, or knees down, lowering, and lengthen out the tops of the feet. Inhale, exhale, and float the arms away and lift into cobra. So tops of the feet are really pressing. I call this cobra no arms. So we haven't got the hands on the mat. And as you lift your elbows maybe a little bit higher, squeeze the scapulae together. Be able to breathe. And then release your palms. Press back to child's pose, curling the toes. And then lifting into downward face dog with bent knees. So the crouching dog. Now from here, press your heart back towards those thighs. Inhale, exhale. Let yourself connect fully through that breath. And then revisit plank. Pressing the earth away. Drawing the hips up so that you are in that tabletop back. Long neck, squeeze the legs together. Lowering again via Chaturanga Dandasana, the rod, or knees down. Hugging the elbows in. Lengthen the legs. Slide the hands towards the ribs. Hug the elbows in. And let the heart and chest and ribs float enough. Makarasana, the crocodile. And then lengthen out through the thighs. And as your legs come up, the heels are in line with your elbows, if possible. So feel this long line of linear strength. Relaxing. Press back to child's pose. Rising to down face dog. This time, pedal the legs. Maybe wiggle your hips a little bit. Be rooted through the palms. And then mindfully walk to the top of the mat or to the center, wherever you walk to. Breathe in, lengthen spine. Exhale, Uttanasana, crown down. Walk your feet together, spreading toes. And as you bend the knees, sit back, raise your arms, Utkatasana. Release to standing after one more breath cycle here. Flowing up, lifting out. Arms coming into your heart. Be aware of how you feel. Let's go again. Inhale, opening to Urdhva Hasta Tadasana. Hands overhead mountain. Lifting through the left and right side of the spine. As you exhale, lengthen forward, halfway fold, Adho Uttanasana. There's time to connect to each posture, and what's important in this one is that your knees lift up towards the bones of the kneecaps, patella lift up towards the hips, firm those thighs, and get that lovely legs into the hamstrings. Tipping forward into the balls of the feet. Find your breath, press the palms, bend the knees, step the other leg back, coming into Kumbhakasana, the plank. Maybe pad those hands shoulder wide. And yes, of course, you can also widen out your legs if you prefer, if you like a little bit of variety. Otherwise, we're going to squeeze the legs together. Inhale, exhale, lower the body, knees down or lowering. Extend through the legs. Inhale, exhale, cobra, no arms. So this is really powerful for the strength of your back muscles. And I'm not suggesting you all tuck your chin, but do make sure that you're not lifting and using the chin as an energy point. Crown of head, Sahasrara, is one of the chakras. It's the combination of all of the chakras. Be able to breathe and release, hands down. Send your hips towards your heels. Exhaling, inhaling, child's pose, curling the toes, coming into a bent knee, down face dog. Really noticing the opening of the upper back and the little turn of the tail up towards the sky. Scoop the belly and travel forward to your second plank. Really zip those inner thighs together, broaden the chest, take the shoulders down the back, and really lift and brighten your posture. And then as the knees kiss down, tops of the feet down, retain that center strength, elbows hug towards the side ribs, lower with respect. Slide the hands to the nipples or to the lower ribs, float the chest away, and then float the legs away. Pose of Makarasana, a crocodile. This is really stimulating to the belly. In fact, you can even get a little bit of rocking going on in this one if you wish. Connect to the breath. Releasing. And child's pose or curl toes straight into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Relax the head and neck. You can pedal your legs, continue to pedal mindfully, or just check the length of the foot bones, so pressing through the toe knuckles, lengthening out through the bones and joints, reaching the heels back and down. Being connected to that feeling of full stretch in the body. Mindfully walk towards your hands. Breathe in, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, fold in deeper, Uttanasana. You can keep your feet hip or shoulder wide, or walk the feet together, spread the toes, bending the knees. Maybe your palms come forward in Utkatasana. So sitting back into those heels, arms face each other, palms face in as if holding a little gift. And this is fine. Otherwise, extend. And remember, you can also bring the palms together. So finding what feels right for your whole yoga body in Utkatasana, the power pose. One more round of breath, strong and steady. And then glide up. Lengthen out. Some will back bend. And bring the palms into your heart center. Now feel the qualities of your breathing and note again what energy has changed, how you feel now. Let's rise to the sun at the top of the mat, breathing in. And exhale now, dive all the way over into Uttanasana, ground down. Soften knees as necessary to press those palms to mat. Step the right foot back, right knee down, top of the foot softens. Release your hips. Take a little moment here just to ease out through the hips and the pelvis. And then shoulders stack over the hips and reach the arms round and up into Anjaneyasana, the crescent moon. Breathe well. Bring the palms to the heart. Inhale as you exhale, turn left and coming into a reasonably deep twist. The right upper arm hugging over that left thigh. So really adjusting the bones. Stay here or curl the back toes and lift into your high lunge. And use those bones to create a shifting rotation of the thorax. So when we're in the lower lunge, sometimes we find the belly is really hugging onto that thigh. It can almost feel a little bit collapsing. When you are up in that higher lunge and you've twisted, you can use that twist to draw the chest and heart away and find more room for the pose. Let's press the palms, center the body, step back to down face dog. Now sweep the right leg up into the sky, dog split. Really take time here to open up as best you can. Press back through the arms powerfully and reach out through that left heel. You can bend your left knee. You can even lift, bend, lift. Right foot forward, turn the left heel in and down. Rise up, warrior one. And refirm your legs if you need to, in order to honor and respect your poses. And then bending that knee so that it becomes really well aligned over the ankle. Try not to sink. Keep the strong opening lift. Now pivot, pull the left heel up, stack shoulders above hips. Again, bring the palms into the heart and rotate now to the right. Shoulders down the back. Strong power in that back leg, please. Breathe well. Coming back to center. Up again to that warrior one. And then turn your left heel in a little more, or less, depends on you. And transition to warrior two. So this right thigh will open out. And again, if you need a little time at home to reorder your legs, Please take care of your hips and knees. Look down that left arm. Rebend into that right leg. Wide arms spreading from that heart. Warrior two. Breathe across the heart. Right elbow, forearm rests onto that right thigh. Left arm overhead. Asana. Inhale, exhale. And then spiral. Pivot the feet. Step forward. Uttanasana. Draw the body close to the legs if you can. And then rise up. Expand all directions. And land back into your heart center. So yoga gives so many tools for self-change, for self-healthy, positive vibrations to come through the body. So I hope you can feel those today. Second side of that simple flow, but made more effective with your intention being close to your breath. Breathing in as you expand. Lift the side bodies, lift the heart away from the hips, and exhale, fold easy or firm and strong. Deepening as you breathe a little more and adjust to the pose. Literally feeling the skin open as well, opening up all the pores of the skin. Left leg strides back when you're ready. Knee down. Settle in to your low lunge, Ashwasanchalasana. And then gather arms, breath, body, release up and out. Crescent moon, Anjanyasana. And then into Parivriti, palms to center. Rotate, turn right, hook the arm over the thigh. Maybe have a little glance back at this back leg. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then lift into the balance. Slow and steady. Make any adjustments needed. Softening your face. And then press the palms, centering. Lift the hips and step back. Down face dog, pedaling, easing out. And if you need a break, just come to cat pose, all fours, or even, of course, extended child's pose. If you are back in dog or you've remained in down dog, curl out through that left leg now. Press the chest towards the thigh, coming into what we sometimes just call dog splits. You can bend the knees, reach back. You can create a moving action with this one. Or you can be rooted, grounded and aware. Left foot forward, anchoring through your right foot. Rise with purpose. First warrior, opening up strongly. Try not to let that knee surge over the toes. So in actual fact, in our lunge positions in yoga, it's super important to take care of powerful alignment. And then bringing the palms into the heart, lift the back heel, lengthen and rotate left. And draw your shoulders down your back, open the chest. Maybe again you might want to feel the ability to tuck the chin. Lengthening through the crown. Even if there's little wobbles happening in those ankles, firm the center. Breathe. Coming back. Revisit your warrior one. And then pivot again. Spread the legs maybe a little wider. Transition carefully to Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Extend out through the right arm. Extend out through the left. Make sure this knee doesn't drift in. And as you settle in the center, invitation to open up those legs again. Broaden the groins. The left elbow, forearm to the thigh, but no collapse. Extend the right arm over the ear. This is Asanas in the side angle. Sandra, you might want to bring the fingertips down to the heel. Everyone might want to do that, which is Utthita Parsvakonasana. Revolve the ribs. Open up. Please don't lose the energy in the back foot. And then wheel those arms down. Pivot again, step forward. Fold over the legs. Deep exhale. And then ripple your spine up. Re-roll out those shoulders. Squeeze the legs together. Interlace the palms again. And as the arms come overhead, lengthen through the sides. Coming into your Tiryaka Tadasana, swaying palm. But in the more classical hatha arrangement, kind of skinnier version, and zip through those inside thighs again. Lengthen, send your body left and right, doesn't have to be too fast. And when you come back into center, you can separate your feet if you feel better with that, or you can have your feet hip wide, or you can keep them joined together. Let your heels rise as you balance on the balls of the feet, and then circle the arms, stay balanced. Inhale, exhale into the heart center. And the heels now, lift the heels a little higher. Set yourself down into Utkatasana. Notice the support of the legs, the glutes, the inner thighs. Re-reach the arms. Balancing. Focus and concentration. Rise up, you're still balancing. And then sweep around the land. Bring the palms into the heart. Take the feet wide. Turn your feet out 45 degrees. Wide as the regular mat, or you'll decide. Lift again into balance. Pull up through that right heel. Pull up through the left. Concentrate. Centering. Lovely inhale, exhale. Arms overhead. Reach away, sit a little deeper in your goddess. You can have your feet standing. We're trying to balance for the moment. Land onto the crown. Widen the elbows. And then release. Sweep the arms. Find your yoga belt. Come down to mat. And make sure you're warm enough. And also the yoga belt is an option, of course. Once you're seated, reach your arms forward, scoop the belly, scoop the tail, slowly roll back to your mat. And arrange your body in a fully grounded way. To really let the earth receive your torso. Supine semi means that we really do want to find attention to that level pelvis. And then as you fold your right thigh into the chest, give it a little hug and circle your ankle. And as you circle your ankle, let your body receive Mother Earth. So notice that grounded support. Ankle circling 3 or 5 circles in both directions. Really lovely to also offer some hip circling. So find both of those in that right leg. And then place, if you're using the belt, place the belt around the ball of the foot if you can. And sometimes you know it slips into the inner arch, I get that, but if you can bring it there, that's fine. And the other option, depending on you, is If you've got the D-ring belt, if you're using the belt and you want to place that circle D-ring over the ball of the foot and secure it, then you'll have that one tail of the belt. Give you time to arrange your props accordingly. Make sure that your body is fully centered. And let the leg travel to the sky in a compassionate way. There's no need to drag and force it and pull into these muscles. And you know, even if you've been practicing yoga for many, many years, as I know you have, what is going on with your body in this present moment? Always come back to the here and now. Now, if you are, like me, lucky enough to be in a space with room to wedge your left leg, and you're happy with that type of practice where the left leg is long and firm and the heel of the foot, the sole of the foot is wedging into the skirting board, then you can move into pose in a slightly stronger way for you, having two legs extended away from you, lengthening. But know that the half leg is obviously a really lovely option. So you might be somewhat here, with the heel above the sit bone and shoulders open, the chest open, or you may be exploring something a little different. It's also fine to bend the knee and lengthen. So, relax as best you can, but stay with enough intensity that you feel connected. One more round of breath in the regular position here with the leg towards the sky on first position. And then please take the belt or the tails of the belt if you're using it with your left hand, or you can just hold your leg and draw yourself into powerful twist. So bringing that right leg across the body and can of course extend into the distance, flexing. And I wouldn't necessarily, personally, I'm looking towards you as I turn left, but then I would lift the head and center the gaze towards the sky and spread the shoulders down. Try and be as grounded as possible through your torso. And of course, re-soften your face. And unravel as you come to center. Might be a good idea just to give the back a massage and a hug in. So please, if you wish, return to supine semi, folding the left eye in. Circle your ankle several times and be aware of that. You can circle your hip with a straight leg, but usually I find that a guidance is much kinder, so much more compassionate to bend the knee, have the lower leg relax and just revisit something very common, but also really informative. So really hearing the feedback of your body. Lacing the belt around, if you're using the two tails of the belt, of course. Find this pose and let the bones really descend down and drop into your pelvis. The extended right leg, if you're doing that version, if you're using and becoming involved with that version, then lift your body and just check that that leg doesn't drift away. So you've got this plank-like connection between the inner seam of the thighs. And each side will respond differently. Be as firm with yourself or as subtle as you wish, and soften and bend and lengthen and bend, especially if the first response is very, very stiff. It's quite nice to keep moving and then to find a new position. Maybe you do have to bend your right leg and find as well that reconnection to a heavy grounded pelvis. So maybe 3 to 5 breaths. Reach the left arm away, take the belt in your right hand, Draw the leg across your body. Yes, if you roll all the way to your side, well, I'm afraid you have kind of lost the point of it. So be in a space where there is satya, honesty, and draw that leg across as much as you can. And those of you that have surrounded yourself, as I often ask you to do, with some lovely props, it's great to bring your brick into that pose, you know, so that when you are in that twist and your leg has come across, you can land that extended left leg on a stack of bricks, yeah? So that's something else to consider. Or you can even position yourself so that you land that leg of extended twist into the wall. So there's lots of ways, of course, of enhancing your posture practice. And the assist is the prop, the belt, the wall, the table, the chair, whatever. Okay, maybe that's enough of that rotation. And if that feels enough for you, you're coming back to the center. You might want to give yourself just another little energy boost there of length. And I personally love putting both feet into the belt and just having the essence of legs up the wall pose. So I'm pushing the balls of the feet into the center of the belt and just being in that position of imaginary legs up wall. But also, this is like Ardha Uttanasana. This is like the half table standing back pose, you know, the half stand fold. It's like having this in a supine position. So allow that to happen if you wish. Bring the feet down now, lay the arms open, let yourself have a relaxing floor twist. But by the way, if you cross your legs, let the left leg cross over the right, roll to the right. It's lovely. Let your right leg cross casually over the left, and then roll the legs to the left. That feels, you know, it's just a little different shift of the body. It just feels a little bit more interesting. Roll back to center. Shake out your legs, knees together, supine, or as I say, shake them out. And landing in Shavasana. By the way, your belt could be used as an eye cover, just letting a couple of layers of that belt land over your eyes if you wish. So take time to find your pose of rest now. And be contented with your physical body as you land. So this is the body that you inhabit. And we might strive to change that body, especially its appearance, especially in the 21st century, the world we're living in with all this pressure to look different. But know that you are, in practice, you're being in a place of moving towards better acceptance, if that makes sense. So you are working hard to develop your strength, maintain your flexibility and your tone in your body, but you're also here to develop your spiritual side, to realize there is so much more to you than your physical body. There is that caring, supportive side of you. There's that loving side. There is patience and tolerance in yourself. And in our yoga, we are gaining greater understanding of all these layers of the person, of the self. So now focusing on letting go. So let go of the body, let go of the physical side of your practice, limb 3, and observe your feet, your legs and your hips. And as you inhale and exhale, let them release away. Let go of tension in the feet, the legs and the hips. Breathe comfortably and be aware of your hands, your arms and your shoulders. Exhaling to loosen the hands, arms and the shoulders. And perhaps your eyes are closed or you've placed that belt over your eyes, or maybe you've got an eye pillow. So let's feel able to give peace and detachment to the self. Do not feel the need to do anything special. And as you become aware of your breathing and your body here, breathe spontaneously. Perhaps your body has settled into stillness easily because you are an experienced yogi and it's happening well for you today. Or perhaps you need to make a few little fidgets to bring more state of relaxation to your body. But allow your thoughts to be flowing undisturbed. Experience the body lying here now. And associate this pose, as we always want to, with feelings of peace and satisfaction. And we're going to just close today with a simple relaxation technique where we associate a mental mantra with our in and out breath. As you breathe in, say the word peace to yourself. And as you breathe out, let go and say and hear the word freedom. Inhaling peace. Exhaling freedom. The word meditation derives from the Latin medere, to heal. And really, we are often healing mental and emotional and psychological stress from our mind and body to achieve that point of inner calm, to connect to that peaceful state of mind. So let's continue with that sense of mindful focus. Resuming the repetition of the words. Inhale, peace. Exhale, freedom. Gently either remove eye covers or blink your eyes softly open. Slowly, peacefully, mindfully rock your body or full body stretch. Gathering yourself. And obviously, pausing enough to be aware of your whole practice. I know that that was a shorter relaxation, and you might want to offer yourself a full 20-minute Shavasana at the end of your day today or this evening. But come slowly, mindfully back to sitting. When you're ready, we'll bring the palms into the heart center. And gazing into the palms, let's have a final little affirmation. I am full of inner peace. I can find freedom. I'm full of inner peace and I can find freedom. And that is, of course, freedom from stress, freedom from conflicting thoughts, maybe even freedom from some negativity. Thank you so much for joining me today.